Even more busloads of migrants are caught in a political battle. D.C.'s Attorney General is now offering grants for organizations to help support the migrants bust from Texas and Arizona. On Thursday, Carl Racine announced 6 nonprofit groups will receive a total of $150,000. The help comes as Texas Governor Greg Abbott has warned that he plans to send even more buses to sanctuary cities. The governor's office confirmed so far they have sent more than 9,000 migrants on more than 200 buses to Washington, D.C., New York City, and Chicago. Our border report team is following one of those buses, and Allie Bradley joins us now live from the road as they follow a bus to Washington, D.C. this morning. Good morning, Allie.
Yeah, good morning, Mitch. We're about 13 and a half hours in here, so we are following that bus right now. We are right behind it. But these buses and the conditions and the process that really goes along with it when it comes to the governor busing these migrants into these cities is really drawing a lot of scrutiny from the mayors of these sanctuary cities where these buses are going, which you named as Chicago, New York City, and Washington, D.C. Now, we have been on the road. We are bringing you exclusive details this morning and all throughout the day here. One of those exclusive details that we are bringing you here is this is one of the meals that is on board. This is an MRE, a meal ready to eat kit here. So some of the things that are in here, we have lentil stew that's in here. There are things like shortbread cookies. There are crackers in here, different things like that that the migrants are given. They're also given bottled water while they're on these buses. Now, these buses do stop several times. We have already seen them stop twice here. Now, they are going to be stopping another time in the Nashville area. That will be for another driver swap because they do that as well. Make sure that those drivers have enough time to, be on the road and to be responsible as well. Now, the migrants are able to get off at any time. They are not prisoner on these buses, but we have yet to see any of them disembark at this time. We are expected, though, to arrive in our nation's capital later tonight, Mitch.
So, Allie, we have you listed as being in Del Rio, Texas, but you are on the road. For those of the folks that have not driven through Texas, it's endless, especially if you're coming from the border and headed north. Where exactly are you? Do you even know right now?
Yeah, so we actually are a few hours away from Little Rock. We are now in Arkansas, so we are making some fairly good time. Like I said, we've been on the road for more than 13 hours already. We have been traveling, many miles here, so we've got a long journey to go still, a lot of hours still to be on this road.
And I know that you said the immigrants there that are on the bus are free to get off at any time, but it's costing Texas $12 million here, or at least so far, to send these immigrants north. Do they know where they're going when they get on the bus?
Yeah, so they do. There's that misconception that they don't. That's what a lot of the scrutiny kind of comes with. The mayors are talking about that. But one of the things that we learned here today from the Texas Department of Emergency Management is that the buses actually go where the migrants are going. So the buses will show up to these NGOs, these non-government organizations, and they will actually find out where the majority of the migrants want to go, where they're going, whether that's Chicago, New York, or D.C., and then that is how the destination is chosen. It's not the other way around. So they absolutely know where they're going. And again, they can get off the bus at any time. We're told from the NGOs that they're actually able to communicate. A lot of them do have cell phones, so they're able to communicate with their families and their sponsors. And if one of those stops along the way is a better fit for them, they are able to get off and link up with their family or sponsors at that time. Now, they also have something on their wrist. It's a wristband, Mitch, and it has a barcode on it. And that barcode, when it's scanned, it actually shows their Border Patrol release paperwork, and it also shows that consent form. They sign a consent form on these voluntary and free buses.
That's really interesting that they can get off at any time. I had heard a report, I thought, that said that the Texas was sending along some sort of security to make sure that they got to where they were going. But you're saying that they can get off at any time. The barcode, I mean, I guess you could rip a wristband off. Is there any keeping track of these folks if they do decide to get off? Is there any sort of security to make sure that they end up where they're supposed to go and don't get lost in the system here?
Well, at this point, they are here legally. They've been processed and released by Border Patrol, so they are free to go wherever they want to, really, Mitch. It's just these buses have a destination, and most people that are on these buses, their destination lines up with where they're going. So if they got on this bus, we're heading to Washington, D.C. right now. So if they got on this bus, it is very likely that their final destination is around that area. Now, you did mention the security. There is a security guard on here, obviously, just to make sure things stay in order. They also have 2 bus drivers on here, so they're doing those bus driver swap outs. There's a bathroom on this bus. They have televisions on this bus. They're actually playing movies to keep the children entertained as well, Mitch.
Thanks for watching. Go to NewsNationNow.com to find NewsNation in your cable lineup. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-based, unbiased coverage.